From a Quilted Heart. Sylvan directed plays, a skill he was uniquely suited for, as his intellect was subordinate to his instincts. He saw the world in color and music. Words tired him, and he did not know that many. Sylvan infuriated actors by neglecting to watch them while they were on stage. With his head between his fingers, he shuffled around on his chair, tapped the floor with the heel of his shoe, and blew out cheekfuls of air in a bored sulk. If only they'd shut up, he'd think, and listen for the closing music. Sylvan's career was built on setting inappropriately brassy arias against the most delicate scenes in chatty plays. When Verdi failed, he simply numbed the audience with sudden blasts of misdirected light, anything to kill the text. He was happy and notable, and the few critics who stumbled home after his plays only to realize they had been cheated were all gay men who wanted to kiss his dark face. Sylvan lived a bully's fantasy, believing he was loved because he got what he wanted. Samson jealously offered to invest in Sylvan's latest production, a new play about two murderously competitive men who met once a day on a frozen pond and speed-skated until one of the two collapsed. The play was 3 hours long. The middle hour consisted of two actors silently miming repetitive skating actions under projected images of bread knives, and unaccountably, Maria Callas alighting from an airplane. When people walked out, Sylvan applauded and flattened his shirt front. He was a proud papa at a spelling bee who notices only that his illiterate son's shoes are polished, his hair freshly combed. Luckily, the play was a first effort by a handsome young man who worked in an office, and Sylvan's critics merely shifted their gaze. The new boy was salvaged, and equilibrium was restored to the critical sphere. Sylvan found himself locked out of rehearsal halls and hugged too tightly at parties. He had been given the theater's equivalent to the mafia kiss, full on the mouth. Samson was quiet and generous in victory. The Brindle house reclaimed Sylvan's attention. He began his second exploration from the bottom up, camping and staying in the wine cellar. Humiliated, Sylvan drank his wounds clean. He ended his night pelting bottles at phantom critics he met in the long, vaulted hallways. Samson took up Oriental cooking. In the hazy mornings after, Samson petted Sylvan's forehead and brought him a volume of Brecht to calm his nerves. He is mine now, Samson thought. He only needs a hobby. I'll give you $20,000 to write a book, Samson declared one morning during the third week of Sylvan's binge. I don't know how to write a book, Sylvan whined. And then, imagining the inevitable end of the wine cellar's stock, he asked, What kind of book? Surprise me. It's been years since anyone did. You can start tomorrow, Samson said, returning to his toast. Sylvan squirmed in his chair. How hard could it be to write a book? Maybe a history, Sylvan tethered. Splendid. Very important things have happened in the past. Or a novel? That will show them up, won't it? Novels last forever. I always hated the way plays just end, and everyone goes home, and you never hear from them again. It's so Philistine. Sylvan was getting his wind back. And the audience is so selfish. Everything's for them, them, them. Hateful people, Samson muffled through a forkful of egg. They should just stay home. They're afraid of me. We'll set you up in an office. Do you like the third floor, facing the pool? I showed them a mirror, and they ran screaming like pygmies. Samson counted out $200 from his wallet. You'll need a typewriter, and some ribbons, and carbons, and paper. Sylvan took the bills, thinking of cigarettes. He'd need a whole carton. No sense in breaking the creative flow with trips to the corner store, he thought, already feeling authorial. I've always liked the cherry wood desk in the lower library, the way it looms over a room. Very inspiring. Feel free to move it upstairs, Samson offered. Does the $200 come out of my fee?